I'm not just gonna sit home and let this situation get totally out of hand. I love my city and I'm doing something about it.
In the homeless outreach programs for New York City and New York State, the Panhandle.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go. Here's my face. I'm wearing the Burberry today. Got the Burberry on today. So happy Wednesday. Congratulations. It's to celebrate. Congratulations, Curtis Sliwa, on winning the Republican primary. I think you got 76% to Fernando Mateo. So it's already took me a couple of minutes. I was just listening to on the radio 770 WABC. Even though I don't live in New York, I do listen to New York radio in the morning. 10-10 wins. You get your news 21 minutes and give us 22 minutes and we'll give you the world. So I always like that and then now they put a lot of commercials, but I always like 10-10 wins. I grew up with the radio. So this format, I'm tinkering, I'm working on it. I just got faster internet. Let me know if you guys saw the video in the morning. So today I got faster internet. I don't know if you guys can see me clearer, if you can see me better. Yo, good morning, Andrew Russo, my man, Andrew Russo. So I got faster internet, ladies and gentlemen. I just paid an extra $30 on my bill. I don't care, but I got faster internet. I saw my past videos. They were choppy. When I was talking, they get choppy, like. So I was like, I can't give you guys that kind of production. That's embarrassing. That's how are you guys gonna watch quality like that? So you know what? I made an investment. To make money, you spend money. I enjoy doing this. I want to continue doing this. Guys, want to help out? My PayPal's right there on the description to contribute. It's up to you. If not, just hit me that like button. That's all I ask. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. That's it. That's all I ask. And if you like to contribute, there you go. There's the PayPal link or the super chat. There you go. It's up to you. You guys want. My job, this is a job. I'm taking this seriously. I want to make this a job, my job. I do not want to work ever again. I want to work for myself. I want to own my own things. I want to be me. I want to be independent. I don't want to work for a company that I got to ask for permission when I can go on vacation or not. I don't want to work that. I don't want to work somewhere. Of course you always show up, Peter. Come on. You always show up. This guy, Ginger. He wants to say hi. Here we go. He wants to say hi. You always show up. All right. I'm gonna put hair on my suit, right? All right. So somebody that contributed me, like, oh, thank you, Legal, nice contribution. First, I watch your show on my way to work driving. Thank you for laughing on my way to work, and you know, you sent me to work with a smile on my face. I was like, oh wow, that was powerful. And then with the contribution, I was like, wow. I mean, when I used to drive to work, I always wanted to listen to something that was funny. I used to listen to Vacilón de la Mañana. Oh, good morning, Blues Dolls. Here we go. Oh, Blues Dolls, how early is it? Look at that. To have Blues Dolls watching me this early, gotta feel special. I sell my headphones for US. Send, we'll talk. I'll put it there. We'll help each other out. That's the way we help each other out. Send it to me, Andrew. Maybe I could use it. We'll talk. LegalLatinoLive@gmail.com. Send me an email. It's gonna be my email for all this. LegalLatinoLive. So you know, I was let me do a morning. I don't know if I'm gonna put too much energy, be more quieter. I don't know. I'm tinkering, but try to give you as much as information as I can in an hour, like 10-10 wins, give you 22 minutes, and I'll give you the world. So I'll probably do something like that. Give me 22. I'm not gonna take their phrase because I'll probably get sued. You're driving. Look at that. You see? So you can put me on while you're driving. And just real quick for an hour. How long is your commute? An hour, 45 minutes? That's how long the show is going to be. If your commute is 20 minutes, with the 20-minute part of the show, that's very informational. I'm gonna organize it. This is only episode 5. You already saw a special guest. Now I gotta write his name in the credits, co-starring Ginger, right? Yeah. Are you hungry again? That's why I feed him a little bit, right? I feed him a little bit now. He just becomes more needy for me. I don't know. I like the attention he gives me. It's pretty cool. So the morning drive. I was thinking more legal in the morning drive. Maybe the morning drive. It's like a morning drive show. The morning shows are the most important shows. It's how you get your day started. Get you get you pumped. I don't want to be negative in the morning. I want to be realistic. Make some jokes. Give information. Infotainment. Information, yeah, entertainment. I've been inspired by Luis Jimenez from the Vacilón de la Mañana. Used to listen to him in the 90s. I love radio. I love the radio. I'm a big radio guy. I love listening to the Yankees on the radio. I can't watch the Yankees. I can't stand watching the Yankees. I love listening to on the radio. The only problem is listening to on the radio, I got to listen to Susan Waldman. I have no problem with John Sterling. I just got to listen to Susan Waldman. Oh, John. Oh, old Genta. So, what's up, Julio Esparza? Good morning. What's up? Good morning, Legal Latino. Thank you, Julio. We got new fans. First time seeing Julio on the chat. Appreciate that. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button. And that. Like. So, El Vacilón de la Mañana. So, my Latinos, if you know, La Mega. I got La Mega 97.9 had Luis Jimenez, El Vacilón de la Mañana. Junior Hernandez was there. He passed away, I think, in 1993. I was young. I was like 8 or 96. He passed away. I got a heart attack or something. Then it was Luis Jimenez. Then it was Moonshadow. See, because my father used to take us to school and he used to listen to it in the morning. He's always laughing in the morning on the radio. And I used to sit in the back with my brother on our way to school. So I'm like, oh, my father's laughing. Oh, this is like the only time he laughed. Other than that, he would be angry. But he only laughed listening to the show. So, I grew up with it, laughing. And I would look for a morning show that was funny. Good morning, Sheikh Sam. So, I'll see. Those Craig Carlton. Craig Carlton's another one. The guy was funny when Boomer and Carlton in the mornings. I used to listen to that religiously. In the morning drives, I used to be stuck in traffic for 2 hours just listening to those guys from like 7 to like 9. So this is what this morning show is really inspired. I always like the mornings, go to the gym early, do things early, rise and shine. And all right, enough of that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. That's a little introduction. I should have probably done this in the pilot, but this is the 5th show. I'm being consistent, waking up early. I take notes down. I listen to the radio. I'm looking on Twitter for news stuff, things to talk about. So this is work. This ain't easy anymore. I'm taking this seriously. This isn't me turning on the camera anymore. Hey, what's up, guys? And just waiting for that. No, I gotta present a good show. I gotta see what tie I'm gonna wear. I gotta do my hair. There's a lot of things behind this now. So I'm taking it seriously. I want to make this. I want to make this possible. I want to make this work. So the effort you put in, hopefully you guys can see it. So we'll take it from there, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the show. All right. Where we at? Let's share the screen. So I like to go on Twitters in the morning. You have your coffee, you sit down. I like to go on Twitter. So, and I like to see what people are talking about. What's hot? Twitter lets you know. That's why I love Twitter. I'm not gonna lie, I hate it, but I love it. Just like New York City. I hate New York City, but I love it. I hate it, but I love it. It's disgusting, it's ugly, it's dirty, but it's a beautiful place to not live in. Beautiful not to live in there. Ugh. All right, so I don't know who Mitch. It must be Mitch McConnell. Let's see what Mitch McConnell did. So let's see what's trending on Twitter. Maybe I'll do this Twitter segment, right? I'll give you Twitter in 10 minutes. Maybe we do something like that. Your transgender cooking show was hysterical. I didn't know I could show you guys on the chat. All right, look at that. That's cool. Look. Show Blues though. There we go. Let's show. Give everybody a chance. So Wednesday's thoughts. I don't care about motivation. I'm the motivation right now. Mitch, let's see what Mitch McConnell did. I don't know what Mitch McConnell did. Go to hell, Mitch. Go to hell, Mitch. See, everybody just types this stuff, but I don't know what's going on. It just that this is the way, ladies and gentlemen. This is the way. This is the way it is now. Twitter. This is how people get their news. Courage, coward. So this guy, this is legacy. Courage, coward. So all of a sudden, cops are heroes now, right? Ooh, they want to defund the police, BLM, this and that. But now because it's Mitch McConnell, right? The cop is courage. Only the cops on January 6th are courage. Only those cops are courage. Only those cops are courage. But there on my Instagram, check out my Instagram. Legal Latino Heat is open to the public. I post a lot of realistic videos. I don't want to show them here because I'm trying to be as careful as I can with this channel, ladies and gentlemen. It's my baby. I'm treating it nice. Coward of a politician you will not find. Weren't they cheering for Mitch the other day, and then now they hate him again? The biggest lie told in American politics. Oh, systematic.
Being told in American politics in recent weeks has been that the states are involved in a systematic effort to suppress the vote. Those arguments are being made by people who obviously haven't read any of these new state laws, because that's not happening.
All right, I don't want to listen to this guy. I only got 10 minutes to give you all of this information. We don't have time for till I'm falling asleep listening to this guy. I don't even know. Grammy boy, whiz kid. What is this? What is this Grammy boy? We don't care about this. Next, let's go back. We don't care about this. Sonic. Okay, happy birthday, Sonic. Big Wiz. I guess Big Wiz took top 2 of the top 5. So there's nothing important going on right in the world, right? Besides Wiz Kid over here and go to hell, Mitch. This teaches you the dumb. All right. Oh, now we're finally getting to some real news over here. Number 10. Finally, we found some real news, ladies and gentlemen. It only took us 10 trending topics to get to some news. A Russian warship fired warning shots to force a British destroyer from Russia's waters near Crimea in the Black Sea. Black Sea. The Russian Defense Ministry said the British missile destroyer Defender had ignored a notice against its intrusions. All right, I don't care about that. Saved by the Bell. What's going on with Saved by the Bell? Okay, nothing going on with it. Rest in peace, Screech that died. The Clippers lost. I guess they always go down 0-2 and then they come back and win. Who cares about them? Because about the BLM. Julio Esparza, let me see. I've been following you since you made that video talking to that libtard in the train. LOL, my wife follows you on Instagram. Oh, thank you. That video on an Instagram with the train, that's where a lot of people first saw me. So I always like to dress up with the shirt and tie. I was on my way to college. I was on my way to class that day, and I went to class every day like this. That's when Legal Latino Heat was born. But I always put on the trench coat, the hat, the red tie, and I would go to class like that. But nobody knew who I was. So I would do Facebook videos, and nobody knew who I was. So I was like, all right, just up what it is, what it is. And then that video came out. It was a news article. We'll do the origin of Legal Latino Heat one day. We'll do the origin. And somebody wrote the title of the article. I'll find it. Legal Latino melts snowflake. Triggers snowflake. Melts or triggers. It was Legal Latino melts snowflake on subway in NYC. That was the title of the article. I was like, legal Latino. I like that. And then melts. What melts? Heat. And then Eddie Guerrero. I was like, all right, fuck it. It is what it is. So that video started going viral on Facebook. So at my page was my name. I was like, oh no, I got to come up with a name. So I was like, fucking legal Latino heat. I took the video, I copied, I uploaded it onto my Facebook actually. I uploaded on Facebook first, and then somebody copied it, went viral on their page, and then it came back to my page. And then that's when I began my YouTube page, and I uploaded on my YouTube to ride the wave. And then I got followers quick. I got like 5,000 followers in like a couple of days. I lost a lot of followers the past a couple of years. I haven't making videos. People don't like about the juices and the bagels and the stuff like that. So I lost a lot of followers. People didn't like I questioned Trump. See, the way I keep it consistent is that I keep it real. I might be wrong at the time until I educate myself. Hey, listen, don't argue with me. Fine. Tell me what I need to know. Get me interested on your side. Like I always bring up flat earth. I don't believe in flat earth, but I listen to it. I watch videos. Oh, wow, interesting. Interesting. Wow. But that's not my thing. Earth is round. Fine. Good morning, D Gulag. On the train, on the legend was born. That train ride. So I always like to wear a shirt and a tie, look good. And with everything that's been going on, I don't get to dress up anymore. When I did my videos, I will always put on a shirt and a tie, look presentable. Oh, my old Facebook videos, the vintage legal Latino, the vintage ones, the 2017s, the 2016 ones are from Facebook. I deleted that garbage. They're all gone, archived. I don't even know where. Gone. Judge Legal, Chef Legal, all came from Facebook when Facebook was fun a couple of years ago. And I used to do the morning shows like at 4 a.m. when I worked at the hotel. So you watch my video from yesterday. I brought up some of these stories. I'm just refreshing some of you guys. So if you watch, you got to watch my shows from the first episode now. It's a story. It's a little bit of my life in them. I'm including in them. So the whole morning show concept. So I used to wake up. I used to work at the Kimberly. So we used to get the newspaper around 3 in the morning, get the New York Times delivered, the New York Slimes. But I used to have the New York Slimes in my hand every morning. And every morning in 2016, I was working at the hotel. Trump this, Trump that, Trump racist, all Republicans racist. And those are the New York Times, 2015. Thank you. 2015. Yeah, 2015. Wait. No, it was 2016. It was 2015? Jeez, I don't even know anymore. No, it was 2016. I think you're right. Yeah, because he won 2017. You're right. 2016. That awesome cat. Yeah, he was here in the morning. My beautiful cat. No, he left. But he always comes on when I start the show. He's sleeping and then he just comes out of nowhere when I'm talking. And then he goes away. Awesome cat. I love him. So Facebook, and then Facebook started getting like, the boomers and the reporting and it just became. So started doing videos on Facebook, and then it started censoring people. A lot of my videos started getting censored. I stopped making videos. I took a break. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta go get a drink of water. I forgot to have my water here, and I'm thirsty. And I'm not, like I said. Is the camera off? All right, cool. Because I gotta stand up and gotta make sure the camera's off. Hold on. Camera's off? All right, cool. I completely forgot to get my water. All right, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. Can't let you guys see me standing up. Can't. It's not cool. The last of my Perrier. There we go. Yeah, it was 2016. I've been talking too much. 20 minutes straight. Gotta. All right. Let's go back. All right. I'm refreshed. So Apple Daily. Who cares about that? Multi-blooding. Did we finish watching Karen White yesterday? We didn't finish watching Karen White, right? Karen movie. We didn't finish watching the Karen movie yesterday, right? All right, let me show you guys this. This is
Baby, you just gotta give it a chance.
let me know if you guys could hear the sound in the let me know in the chat, please, if you can hear the sound. Hit that like button. Let me know if you could hear it in the chat. All right. So this movie, right? It's called Karen. Oh, come on, internet. I don't know if it's my internet or it's Twitter.
Tell me about your new neighbors.
They're black. Do you mind keeping it down?
Oh.
If you don't comply, I'll tell the manager.
I don't know. I think Twitter. I think it's Twitter, right? It can't be my internet. It has to be Twitter. It has to be Twitter. So, with all the racial division going on, everything is about race. I talked about this yesterday. But you see what's trending on Twitter. Twitter is like a thermometer. It's like the pulse of the people. What's important in the world, in America. So I go to Twitter and I see what's trending. I see what people are talking about. And most of the time, it's nothing important. But the fact that Subway was giving you fake tuna, that's scandalous, ladies and gentlemen. That's scandalous. Okay, you can hear. Thank you. I'm glad I got this working. I finally got this on. A new study fails to find any tuna DNA inside Subway tuna sandwich. We cannot identify the species. What is this about? So there's no tuna in a Subway tuna sandwich? It tastes good. Don't get me wrong. The tuna sandwich at Subway, that's the only sandwich that I actually like to eat from Subway. That tuna on the Italian with some lettuce, tomato, oil, and vinegar, pepper, no salt, a little bit of mayo, a couple of pickles here and there, onions. That's a tuna sandwich right there. Toasted bread. Or if you want it melted, I like to have the cheese melted. The hell with it. Summertime is a cold tuna sandwich. But the fact that there's no tuna, Subway tuna sandwiches do not contain any tuna DNA, says lab test commissioned by New York Times. Two customers are suing, saying its sandwiches have no tuna, which the company denies. Last year, an Irish court ruled Subway bread has too much sugar to be legally considered bread. So what the hell are you eating at Subways? They lied to us. I drive around Subways. They're always empty, especially in a state where I live at. There's so much better options. Even in New York City, you go to a bodega in New York City. Have you guys ever been to a New York City bodega? Let me see if I can find one. New York City bodega. It's there's nothing like a New York City bodega, ladies and gentlemen. It's if you ever go to New York City, go to New York City bodega. There's like everything. It's like a Walmart in a corner store. Let me see. Let me see if we can watch this. Oh, well, we could probably watch this one. This is a New York City bodega. So So this is the bodega. This is the counter. Usually the doors are open. It's an in and out. People go in, buy stuff, get your loosies. So you're gonna encounter a lot of crazy people. Like this guy's gonna get hit. Look, boom, stole his cane. A lot of the fights happen in New York City bodegas. A lot of shootings happen in New York City bodegas. A lot of stabbings. A lot of different kind of people go into a bodega, and a lot of crazy stuff happen in a bodega. So today, I can show you all these videos and you're gonna see the common theme. So today, Biden is gonna talk about the crime wave that is going on in America, in the Democratic cities. But guess what? He's gonna blame it on guns. He's not gonna. He's not gonna talk about the real issues, the mental issues, the mentally disturbed. Look at this mentally disturbed guy. This could be your grandfather. This could be your father. Mentally disturbed. Look, this old guy has American ego. Maybe he's a patriot. Maybe he's a veteran. I don't know. Look, getting hit by this guy and then get pushed to the ground. What if this guy has AIDS? What if this has COVID? But this is not important, ladies and gentlemen. That's no big deal. We gotta erase statues of George Floyd. That's more important. We need to paint the streets with Black Lives Matter. We need to paint the streets in rainbow in Chicago. That's more important than this. This is not important. We don't care about old people getting beat up and old people getting beat up. That's not. Who cares? Who cares about that, ladies and gentlemen? Who cares? The hell with that. Because that's not important. We need to check out my Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. Legal Latino Lifestyle. I identify as a vaccinated trans pansexual Latin woman of color in my early 20s. LGBTQ flag, Chinese communist flag, the greatest state in the world flag, the flag of Israel, and LGBTQ flag. My pronouns are what and why, and my adjectives are okay, is okay. Another topic, I retweeted and then we'll talk about it on Twitter. Over 300 cases of myocarditis after vaccines in kids. WAPO, that's Washington Post, just deemed that the number of COVID deaths, a leading cause of pediatric deaths. Yet the CDC can't be bothered to hold the emergency meeting is scheduled for tomorrow because of a holiday. So when was this? June 17th. What today? Today's June 23rd. All right, so 300 kids have cases. How many have died since June 17th, right? You turn on the radio. You turn on the radio and you turn on the radio and you see, oh, get your kids vaccinated today. That's all you hear on the radio. I listen to the radio a lot on YouTube. Get your vaccinated. Nobody's getting vaccinated. No, who cares about that? No, nobody. If you haven't gotten vaccinated by now, you're not going to get vaccinated. You already realize you survived half the year since the vaccine came out and you're still alive. Why should I get the vaccine now? You know how many times I probably had COVID? I don't know. I never been tested for it. I'm still alive. I haven't gotten sick. I take vitamins, vitamin C. Once I start getting a little sick, take vitamin C, drink some tea, honey, some ginger. Not you, ginger. And you should be fine. God created plants to heal ourselves. When I get a cut, I use cayenne pepper. Cayenne peppers. I got a real cut when I was trying to do a Chef Legal sandwich. I cut myself deep. I was like, oh man, I gotta go to the hospital. I had my finger up. I'm here bleeding. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't got money for this. So I went on YouTube as I'm bleeding. I'm like, how to cure a scar naturally. Cayenne pepper. I'm like, what? I have that. I had that. I never use cayenne pepper. I didn't even know I had it. But when I go to Dollar Tree, I just buy up all the spices. I go to Dollar Tree. I started just buying one of everything because sometimes you got to cook something. Like right now, I can't find soy sauce. I need soy sauce, and I can't find soy sauce at the Dollar Tree. So I used cayenne pepper in it, and it healed me like in 2 days. It was a deep cut. The next day, it stopped bleeding. The cayenne pepper was burning. It was like around here. It didn't hit no bone. It was like a big ash. Stopped the bleeding. In 2 days, it was already sealed up. Cayenne pepper. Trust me, cayenne pepper. Another thing, at nighttime, sometimes you can't breathe through your nose, right? You know, the AC and stuff. I'm like, you get mucus and stuff. I get hydrogen peroxide. Put that bad boy in my ear. You're gonna hear that fizzle. Then you're gonna see your nose start opening up. Try not to fall asleep. Then you go and empty it out. Have like a towel or something. Empty it out. Clean out your ear. You're gonna start breathing through one nose. This nose is still gonna be clogged. You put hydrogen peroxide on this one. You're gonna hear it fizzle. Then you're gonna start breathing through your nose. This is the part they always get. I fall asleep in this part because you can finally start breathing and you knock the hell out. I started buying these things called biotin from Vitamin Shop. I'll do a show about it tomorrow probably. But let's get back to this stuff. See, this is how we go off tangents. We read a title and then we just go off tangents. But why would I trust a vaccine when there's natural ways of curing things? Let's see. I put Curtis Sliwa. We saw that video in the introduction. Congratulations once again to Curtis Sliwa. He wins the Republican nomination for New York City mayor. Oh, Eric. Let's go really quick to the Democratic side, right? NYC voting, right? Rank. So these idiots, they do ranked choice voting in New York City. So the Democratic side, you're not gonna know who wins until like July 19th. Today's June 23rd. There's mail-in ballots. We're not gonna know until like July 19th. So what was the point of voting yesterday? For that, just mail it in. Maybe this is another way of rigging the elections, right? I hope Curtis wins. If people in New York are smart, Curtis is gonna win. But I doubt it because it's rank the vote, right? Rank the vote doesn't mean ranking it. They're cheating it. With all the mail-in ballot ranking. I think even if you come in third, you could have the most votes and you could still win. I saw stupid this rank system. What the hell? So these are crazy people with the craziest quotes. Let me see.
The fact that you have ranked choice now and you can go and look up everybody and rank them according to how you like, I think I was more prepared because it's not just about one person now. You had to get a little more about others, so you get more feedback, more information. So, like I said,
Are you buying this? Does this sound like she knows what she's like? This sounds like somebody told her, "Hey, we're gonna put a mic in your face. Say this, say that," and she's like trying to remember what to say. Oh, it's fair. Is that the right word? They told me to say fair to our elections, since this and that. That's the way this sounds. It doesn't sound organic. Rank the vote. Who came up with this? This is like that core math, race theory, race theory. I gotta do a video on that. THC keeps COVID. I'm telling you that's part of the reason why I haven't gotten COVID either. That's what I gotta say. CBD, THC keeps COVID away.
I was prepared.
If THC and CBD could cure cancer, allegedly, I have to say allegedly, and diabetes allegedly, and other diseases allegedly, then yeah. Why not the 19?
Because the fact that you have ranked choice now and you can go and look up everybody and rank them according to how you like, I think I was.
You know who came up with ranked choicing? Let me do a little rant over here. You know who did the ranked choicing? A loser. A loser. I grew up in public school in New York City. And at the time, it was always about winners: first place, second place, third place. When I was younger, I hate to lose. I always lost. I never won anything. I admit it. I never won anything. I was never that kid that won anything. People used to get medals. Excuse me, folks. Perrier. This is so I like drinking this in the morning. Empty stomach. It gets me feeling light. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah. So I never got those medals. Then I said to myself, as a kid, I was like, damn, how can I get one of those medals? Do I have to work harder? All right, I guess so. Do I have to get better grades? You know, in graduation, right? They have those little sashes. So what I liked, right, in seventh grade, they would invite the seven. I was in Adventist school actually for middle school. In middle school, I was in Adventist school, so they had medals and stuff like that. So that I was working hard. I always kept my eye on the prize. If I always had an eye on the prize, I'll go for it. I gotta have goals. That's why I had to go when this 19th thing started. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. And look, a year later, I'm out of there. I'm here making videos in front of you guys. I wanted to do videos again. I was like, in a year, I'm gonna. You guys, Andrew Russo, remember my old videos in the dark? Robert, show your face. Remember those videos? Everybody was saying, "Oh, legal, show your face." Oh, you don't show your face, and nobody watched those videos. They got like 10 views, 15 views. Go back to those videos. Go back to the 2020 videos. Go back to the 2019 videos. I have them there. It was a diary. It's. So I want to become a high value man one day. I'm 36 years old. I haven't hit my financial peak yet. I'm about to get there. So, you know, as a man, you make a lot of mistakes in the past. You make a lot, but you survive. You're alive. Today's June 23rd. Thank God that you're alive. June 23rd, 2021. Thank God that you're alive. You're here fighting another day. I wake up, I pray. I don't go to church. I grew up 7-day Adventist. I have those 7-day Adventist roots thanks to my grandma. May she rest in peace. She passed away last year. I didn't get to see her because of the whole thing. So, but I grew up with those 7-day Adventist roots. I know what's right and what's wrong. Yeah, I commit sin. Yeah, but then I feel guilty about the sin. But now you see people acting out with no remorse, with no guilt. They don't care about this country. There's no pledge of allegiance anymore. Remember in public school, I pledge allegiance to the flag. Remember that? Every morning, we had pledge of allegiance. We had ceremonies, assemblies. Remember when public school had assemblies? We used to hate them. Remember we used to have to dress up for public school assemblies. Every morning, I pledge allegiance. The loudspeakers, right? They had the loudspeakers in class. Everybody stand up and just face the flag. Remember those days? They don't do that in schools anymore. Remember they took that out? Let me know in the chat. Your kids do that. I remember that. I remember the fallout shelter. Old school public schools. We used to do that. I pledge allegiance, and I used to have old professors, ladies and gentlemen. When I was in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth, I was in public school. Those were some of the best times of my life. I think those teachers actually cared about the students. I remember Miss Pollock, Mr. Fielder. Mr. Fielder was my fourth or fifth grade. He was a hard ass. I remember this guy used to smoke. He used to smoke in front of us, Mr. Fielder. Not in front of us, but he smoked in class as he graded our papers. And I remember one day I sat in one of the classes in the back. I opened it up and I saw his pipe. He used to smoke his tobacco, Mr. Fielder, old guy, suspenders, glasses with the white frizzy hair. I remember this. And this is like fifth grade. Third grade, I remember Miss Pollock. I found her report card in my attic last month. Miss Pollock, I remember her name though. You know, oh damn, I just gave away my oh. Whoops. Anyways, I'm not even gonna acknowledge what I just. Oh wow! All right. So I remember these teachers because they made an impact in my life. I had a cooking class, so I'm cooking roots in high school. I remember making my first dish was this pasta with prosciutto cut up with some sauce that I made, sour cream from scratch, and it was like the most delicious thing I ever ate. I remember the taste of it, and I made this in a public school classroom. It was a cooking class, and that was what that really got me into cooking, and I wanted to be a chef. But then to go to culinary school, like $40,000 a year. What? Because when I go to diners, I'm like, how come I see Mexicans and people that look like my cousins working in the back? Hmm. And then when I worked in the hotel, right, this 5-star hotel, it was with Empire Steakhouse, right? One of the fancy steakhouses. You go to the back, you over here thinking you're gonna get like Wolfgang Puck, or what's his other guy's name? Chef Gordy Ramsay, right? You go to the steakhouse, right? Yeah, let me get my $50 steak. Yeah. Woo. You really think Wolfgang Puck is back there making that steak for you? You really think Peter Luger is in the back making that steak for you? Rubbing the sauce? No. Yeah, I should even. I remember once I was at the restaurant because I did room service, so I had to go to the fancy part. I had to go up like bunch of stairs to go get the food for room service. It's a mess. It's crazy. I have to go down an elevator through a room, 3 rooms, up a stairs to another kitchen to pick up the food, the fancy food. So when people did room service, I will cover it up. I have to walk down these stairs without dropping it. I took care of people's food. That's one thing, ladies and gentlemen. I got good tips because I took care of the people. I made sure the covers were clean. My other coworkers didn't, but I made sure like I cleaned it right. There was nothing. The ice bucket sometimes has gunk in the bottom. Sometimes these idiots will just put ice on top of it and will have the little black. I'm like, you can't give that to people. Come on. And I always make sure it was clean because I worked overnight, so I made sure everything was clean overnight. I was the one cleaning everything because I was like, oh, everything to be good. And if you heard from my story yesterday, I got that hotel job by selling my last car, which was my 28th car. Yeah, it was in May. When I was selling cars I was telling you yesterday. In April, I only sold 3 cars, and in May, I sold 28. And the last one was to a manager. It's how you treat. It's how you treat people. It's how you treat people. So always treat people right. Always help people. Help people. You help people, and you see great things happen to you. As long as you're helping people, it just can't be like, I gotta help people today. No, it has to come from your heart. You wanna do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. You don't have to do it. No big deal. Nobody's telling you to do. You have free will. Nobody's forcing you to do anything you don't want to do. If I don't want to do this, I don't have to do this. Oops, sorry. I want to do this. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy waking up, kind of doing my hair, putting on a shirt and a tie, and getting in front of this camera for an hour. And I enjoy it. I really do. I get a kick out of it. You know, I'm taking notes. I'm listening to stuff. It just changed me a little bit. So, let's go back to this, finishing up this rank. We go on these little rides, ladies and gentlemen. So we're done with this lady. All right, who cares about you? New York voters, right? They pacify people in New York. Like one thing, right? When I moved out here, I was scared to go to DMV because you got to take your New York City license and get a new one. I'm in a red state, by the way. So I'm scared to go to I go to DMV. You got to make an appointment. My appointment was like from a month from now. I'm like, the hell with it. I want to get my ID now. So I go. I speak to the lady. I'm like, hey, I just moved from New York. I'm getting a job tomorrow. I need my ID. Can you help me out? Oh, sure. All you gotta do is be nice with people, speak to people. Not this, yo, come on, why you gotta be like that? You gotta be nice with people. Talk to people with respect, the way you want to be. Not I see all these videos in the airports, people fighting. Just talk to each other, respect, and you see how things will get accomplished. Flights get delayed now because of fights. Just behave, act normal. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button. Don't forget, please. Hit that like button. So you just be nice. So I went to the DMV. Yeah, sure. She gave me a ticket. It was 1 o'clock. By 1:30, I was already sitting down doing my documentation in the DMV. By 1:45, I was out the door. So my appointment was for 1:30. I got there at 1. I just waited half an hour. No big deal. That little half an hour went by. Like my appointment was for 1:30. 1:33. I was already sitting down at the counter. 1:45, I had signatures, fingerprint already paid. I was already out the door. You go to New York City DMV, you're there. People wait online at 4 in the morning in New York City DMV. New York City it scared me to do anything. The post office in New York City, the post office over here it's they sell greeting cards in the post office over here. They have greeting cards outside. You can buy greeting cards. In New York, everything is like celled up. It's like going into a prison. The post office in New York City. Oh yeah, they got greeting cards. They got pens. I didn't know the post office had pens to write with. They had envelopes. They, they had tape. It's crazy. I live in a state where they trust you. You wash your own car. There's a lot of car washes where you wash your own. New York City, oh, let me wash your car for you. Let me do it. It just shows that independence, that appreciation of you washing your own car. And then you don't have to spend $20. New York, you want to get your car washed? I only get my car washed maybe like 3 times a year in New York until I realized in Washington Heights, right? Lately, for the past year, I've been doing this. In Washington Heights, there's a pump always on. So I would take my car, have some soap in a bucket, and I wash my car at the pump in Washington Heights. The water's running, right? New York City, fire hydrants in the summer right now. Go outside New York City right now. How many hydrants are open right now? And how much water is being wasted right now in those hydrants? And then you, as a homeowner, you're paying for water in New York City. Tell me that's not an injustice. Come on. That's an injustice. You're like an idiot paying for water. Well, the water's coming off for free in the hydrant. That's ridiculous. And then you live in buildings, the hydrant is on. Then the shower pressure is like really weak. I don't know if the people pay water in the apartments over there, but I know homeowners, you got to pay for water and electricity. Another thing is there's free Wi-Fi in New York. In the corners, they have free Wi-Fi booths. Free 4G, 5G network for the whole. So you see a lot of bums with phones now, homeless people, mentally disturbed, and then charging their phones, watching porn. I've seen them watch porn, and they're jerking off watching porn with their free Wi-Fi on their phone. You could get a nice $80, Samsung phone unlocked or whatever, and you got free Wi-Fi everywhere. The McDonald's, you go to a McDonald's, you see homeless people there all the time. Andrew Russo. I've gone to many big box retailer shopping. Always kindly ask the cashier if they have any coupons or discounts. You'd be surprised how often random cashiers hook me up. Good point. I actually live in a state where I always say hi to everybody. And at the cashier, I'm very friendly. And they hook me up with a coupon. But you know what? I'm going to ask. Thank you, Andrew Russo. I think that's the advice of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly ask. That's an advice for today. That's a good one. I'm like, kindly ask. You'd be surprised what you get by asking. Just kindly ask. That's a good one. Just kindly ask people. Like, hey, I know on Tuesdays I get a discount. So just kindly ask. You never know. Always ask around. It's good to ask. I always ask questions. I always say people when you watch the news, ask questions. Never believe what these idiots are telling you because you gotta ask questions. If these people are saying, "Hey, common cause," look at this, common. Everything is so easy for them. Rank the vote. I've never ever heard of ranking the vote. This is rank the vote. I talk a lot about New York because I have most of my experience in New York, and New York is a good locale. It's a great place for me to milk for content. And with the mayor race coming up and the crimes happening in New York is going to be my locale, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to milk it for as much content as I can. So this is the man right here, Rudy Giuliani endorsed.
Some hope. Oh, I'm going to vote for Curtis. I'm a Republican. And if I had to, there's no question that Adams gives us some hope. Oh, I'm going to vote for Curtis. I'm a Republican.
Rudy Giuliani endorses Adams. No, he doesn't endorse him. Eric Adams will be the worst. Now, this guy has it on point. Look, Frederick Joseph. Eric Adams is a former cop, a former Republican, and potentially doesn't even live in New York City. Yet, it looks like he's going to likely be the city's next mayor. Yep, he is. I believe he's going to win. But the left, right? They want Maya Wiley. They want that lady in. This lady, Maya Wiley. You see? Opinion. Only women can know. Oh, no, no, no. No, no. Look who's writing it. Michelle Goldberg. Of course, Goldberg. No, no. What's up, Era? Thank you, Tony Soprano. Hey, the gabagoo. I've got to get to work now. Thanks for the morning laughs. Best regards. Thank you, Andrew Russo. See? That's what I look forward to, the morning laughs. Thank you to the gabagoo. Thank you, Tony Soprano, with a $2. That's good. I'm only gonna get an ounce. No, is it an ounce? A gram of gabagool with that. But thank you, gabagool. The prices of the gabagool now. Oh my God. Will Biden go down as one of the worst presidents? It's not will. It's going down, and we're going down with it. we're going down. Yeah, Era, that's why people gotta leave. People gotta leave New York. The best thing people have done, those that left New York, congratulations to those that have made it out of New York. Just glass of Perriers to you. Those left New York is the best thing. Put errors for a few seconds, but the cursing, oof, is an S show. Yep, it's a so. All right, let's see this real quick. Oh, let me see. Let me share this real quick. Let me share screen. Share the audio. Let's look at this one for a second. Oh, they closed it up. Oh, these idiots. Curtis Lee was on the radio right now. A woman running NY would just make it worse. Look at Chicago and exactly. Look at Littlefoot. What's the other one? Clay Schick. No, not Clay Schick. The one from Baltimore. Bottoms. Keisha Bottoms. Keisha Lands Bottom. That's from Atlanta. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. they put a woman. They always put a woman of color, right? The same thing is going to happen to the presidency, right? I just realized this. Well, maybe other people have realized it too, but it just kind of clicked to me. What's the most oppressed class that you cannot make fun of? That you cannot that you cannot minorities, blacks, Hispanics, but mostly blacks, a woman. So right there, if you say something about a black, you're a racist. You say something against this woman, you're a misogynist. And I think Maya Wiley is gay. So you say something against that, you're a bigot. So you already got 3 strikes against you. If you say something bad against them, this is what makes them powerful. Is their victimhood. They're a woman, they're gay, and they're black. That's the trifecta. In the Bronx, there's this borough president. He's this gay, black, but he's Hispanic. He's Dominican or Puerto Rican, but he's black. He has black skin. He's gay, black, and a guy. So he gets away with it. And you cannot touch him because of those things. It's the truth. It's the truth. Oh, also Rich and Whitmore. Look at that. See, look at the names. The only good one you could say is South Dakota. Oh, the one from North Dakota, South Dakota. But we're talking about Democratic. I'm not talking about the right side women. Like that Marjorie Taylor Greene. That lady is fired. I remember her on Facebook. I gotta give her props. I have nothing bad against her. I don't have. All I know from her is seeing her on my friends list when I was on Facebook. I remember that name, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and for her to reach that, I gotta give her props. I gotta. Good for you that you left NY and moved to a red state. Me and the wife left Chicago and moved to a red state. Best decision we ever made. Yeah, Julio. Especially have a family. There's no way you can keep your family in a city or in a city. Take them out. Go live somewhere far away for your kids, for your futures. Create your legacy and build something with them somewhere else. That's what your kid is, right? That's your future. The future. What is it called? Legacy. Yeah, that's what like. My Power Ranger is called Legacy, right? I got the Legacy Thunder Sword over there. I got the Legacy Megazord over there. Those are legacies. That's your future. Oh, error. I don't even want to talk about that. I mean, Joey's a bigger clown than all the groups you mentioned. Oh man. So you gotta leave those red states. You gotta. Let me go back to this, Julio. You gotta leave New York. You gotta leave Chicago. If you're there, you know what I've realized? The government has made people so dependent on them that you cannot leave Chicago. You cannot leave New York. You live in the project. You live in Section 8 housing, affordable housing, right? That's all you hear from these politicians, right? Affordable housing. It's not affordable. Nothing is free. Taxpayers. But guess what? New York City, Chicago, all the taxpayers are leaving. Or all the taxpayers lost their jobs. And when is New York City going to recover? When is that going to happen? When is New York City going to recover? Huh? When is that going to happen? Right? I left. A lot of taxpayers left. A lot of people sold their homes for way more in New York. Overvalued, overpriced. People are renting because they're about to leave again. They'll probably stay temporarily a couple of months, 6 months, and then they're leaving New York. New York is just a stopgap. Get your money up and get out of there. Make it there and get out. You gotta play to win, ladies and gentlemen. Life, it's a game. You gotta play to win. Survival. It's time about survival now. When you're in a red state, you give yourself an advantage to survive. You give your family an advantage to survive. Whether you own property, you own a home, you're renting. You have freedom. You have options. You have the Second Amendment. You have the First Amendment. With the second, you protect the rest. You can't protect the rest without the second. So the second is the most important one in a red state. So you go for the second to protect the rest. It's the way it is. That's the way America. That's why America's beautiful. And then these idiots want to turn the red states into blue. I'm on Twitter. It gets me mad. I think Twitter is the reason I'm out here again, because just seeing the stupidity of people. But it's not what upset me. The real reason I'm making videos again also is to men like Kevin Samuels, men like Coach Greg Adams, men like the podcast, like the Fresh and Fit podcast, Revenge of the Sis, Mersh Royce, I forgot the guy, Myron, and Fresh Prince CEO from Fresh Fit. Those guys, those are men. Speak the truth, speak their mind. Us men, that's what we do. We're not gonna come on here and BS people. The men that talked about Q are a bunch of fakes, because you couldn't talk about Q with a straight face. Destroying the illusion. That's the guy. Where is he right now? That guy was in the beginning, he was talking smart, and then he went to on the Q bandwagon. And now I don't see him anymore. Where is he? Destroying the illusion, I think that was his name. The little white kid with the spiky blonde hair in the front, with the blue eyes, and he used to do a lot of. He was really heavy on the Q, and then he just disappeared. He got a network and all this stuff, and then see where are those? Where are they? Kwame Brown, also Kwame Brown. So I mentioned this in other videos, but I'll repeat it again because it's very, very important. It's something like men like Kevin Samuels, black men. They're the ones. Remember what I say about the gay politician, gay, black, female politicians? So we have men like Kevin Samuels, Kwame Brown, Coach Greg Adams, the guys from Fresh and Fit podcast, African Americans, black men. What are they going to say to them? Are they going to call them racist? They're actually speaking the truth. Watch their content. They're speaking the truth. That's why I enjoy watching them. They don't talk politics. They don't mention none of that. But they're calling out their own. They're calling out the black community. They're calling out why are the black community in this vicious cycle? Why do they keep doing this? Why the divorce rates? They're trying to help out their community. And then you got people from Hot 97, Charlemagne the God, Stephen A. Smith, the Disney Plus players, the ones that get paid by Disney, attacking these black folks that are speaking the truth. So this is how you start seeing who are the gatekeepers. How come certain people make it to the top and the others don't? Think about all that. Something to think about for the rest of the day. And you see who are the ones getting. How come the black judge? What's his name? Clarence Thompson. Clarence. No. The one that passed away. Thomas. Herman Cain. Right. He passed away. I remember growing up, I heard so many bad things about this Herman Cain guy. I didn't know much about him, but I heard so many negative things about him in the early. I think he was running for president, right? Why? Like Kevin Samuels, look, he's about to hit 1 million. This guy, look him up. Just type in Kevin Samuels and you see what I'm talking about. 52 years old, 53. This man, he's been making videos for like 10 years. His old videos were where he just kept at it. He stuck to his guns. He stuck to his niche. He stuck to his, and look where he's at now. Success, self-made. That's a beautiful thing. And nobody could take that away from him. Watch them try to take that away from him. They can't. They can't. Just watch him. Just watch his success. They're going to try to, but they can't. And if they do, oh, man, they really push the envelope, but they try to silence Kevin Samuels because he's the man on top right now. He's the godfather. Check him out. He's pushing 1 million. A black man, self-made, speaking the truth. Just watch him. Listen to him. He's not that those preachers. Hallelujah. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Nah, that's fake. That Tyler Perry. I used to watch, and then I found out he was. I realized I didn't find. I realized he was fake back. I'm like, what is his message? They even talk about that. Kwame Brown brought that up too. Like, it's always an older woman going for a younger guy, and the thug, and then the successful black man is the evil one with the white guy evil, and then the thug that works at the mechanic store. He's the good guy, is gonna save the queen. I'm like, yeah, that is true. I only seen a few Tyler Perry movies in the beginning, but that's the way they are. Just oh, you don't need no man. Oh, you good all by yourself, Medea. Medea needs no man. Strong, independent woman. All that sass, right? The Medea, right? It's a man dressed as a woman. So a woman plays better as a man. I mean, a man plays better as a woman. Same thing with this whole transgender thing. I was also watching Buck Breaking, that Shireen Naheem, Tariq Nasheed. Listen, I give everybody an opportunity. I watch both sides. I didn't get through the whole thing, but Patrice O'Neal was the last real black comment. They all sold out since. Exactly. Why can't more black men be like King Randall? He was on Jim Jeffries shows, and it was embarrassing. Oh. Q was the left psyops. Neocons and progressives are running America into the ground. Era, got to make a plan. Get a crew together and leave if you can't do it alone. Yep, you got to make that plan. The whole thing is having a plan, folks. Once you have a plan, stick to it, execute it, and you see how far you're going to get. I've had a plan, and so far, it's been working out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving me an hour and 8 minutes. I ran a little longer than a little overtime, but it's all good, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for giving me an hour of your time. I hope you enjoy the show. We hope you enjoy your drive to work. Happy Wednesday. Make yourself great again, ladies and gentlemen. Make the best out of it. Today's June the 23rd. Try to make a change starting today. I don't know what it is. We'll see. You figure it out. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. Leave a comment. Thank you for joining the show. D Gulag, Tony Soprano. Thank you for the contribution, Tony Soprano. Thank you for that gabagool. Era 718. Shout out to Era 718. Who else was in Blues Dolls? Andrew Russo, Shakes M. Who else was in? Who else was in? And that's You comment in the show, I'll give you a shout out. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day. If you'd like to contribute, the PayPal is also in the description. Anything helps. So I could get a new mic. I hope this mic's still good. It's Shure. It says Shure on it. So I'm sure it's good. It says Shure. All right, folks. Have a good day.